Hey Karina, thanks for your video. It's good to see you. Definitely interested in your research proposal. It kind of brings together a couple things that I'm doing in my current work. So I was curious when I saw the title of your proposal. Specifically, I'd love to know what the differences are between females and males. I pretty much primarily work with adolescent females, so I would definitely be interested to know in what those differences are, how they're detected, so that those treatment plans can be as effective as possible, which I think as counselors, that's what we all want, right? Is to be up to date and constantly learning about what works best with which populations. So I'd be curious to know if you had that population 18 older, they're already diagnosed. I guess you would have to do quite an extensive history on them to find out about some of those discrepancies, how they were raised, what kind of abuse they suffered. But more than anything, I think the detection piece of this is the most important, right? If we can detect the early stages of this and try to prevent harm, that's really what it's all about. And I think especially from a Christian perspective, being really aware about these vulnerable populations. I did my study on at-risk youth, looking at people who have endured physical abuse, sexual abuse. I think it's so important that we pay attention to those vulnerable communities and do the research, do the studies that really show how we can help them best. I was reading this one article from, it's on the APA website, Childhood Abuse and Current Psychological Functioning in a University Counseling Center Population. They actually used the same inventory you did, the Million Clinical inventory, and they were looking at self-reported childhood physical, sexual, or emotional abuse. And certainly the clients that reported the abuse were more depressed, had more symptomology, and scored higher on the borderline personality scale. 19 clients reporting emotional abuse only did not differ on any measure from 11 clients reporting sexual or multiple forms of abuse. So obviously this research is being done, has been done, and needs to continue. So thanks for bringing that to our attention.